why not? If Crawford wanna challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great, you know. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm with it. So, you know, I'll be going for Bud, you know, if he fight Canelo.
Maybe he's a little overrated.
Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds.
Canelo's really good, really good. But I think Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants.
Errol Spence Jr. has finally broken his silence after officially joining Terence Crawford's training camp in preparation for the highly anticipated clash against Canelo Alvarez. Speaking publicly for the first time since teaming up with his former rival, Spence expressed genuine admiration for Crawford's laser focus, relentless work ethic, and championship mindset heading into what is arguably the biggest bout of his career. This unexpected alliance between two past adversaries has sent shockwaves through the boxing community, symbolizing a mutual respect forged in the ring and a shared determination to create history together.
Listen, however they rate me, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we got to fight. And I'm going to win the fight. As simple as that.
Can I ask you about if there's any rematch clause with this fight with Canelo?
No, it's not.
Is that something you push for?
No, I didn't.
And is any weight restrictions to the fight at all?
No, it's not.
A lot of fighters would like to put on a weight restriction to this type of fight. Why didn't you want to do that?
Because I want him at his best. I don't want no excuses. I don't want no, reasons why, he didn't feel good or anything. I want him at his best.
Crawford is taking a monumental gamble in pursuit of boxing immortality, leaping 2 full weight divisions to challenge Canelo Alvarez for the undisputed super middleweight crown on September 13, 2025. The fight is being billed as one of the most significant events in the sport's modern era. Yet, when the possibility of a rematch with Errol Spence Jr. was brought up, Crawford made his position clear: there's no interest on his end. He flatly dismissed the idea without hesitation.
It could happen. I mean, why not? If Crawford wanna challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great, you know. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm with it. So, you know, I'll be going for Bud, you know, if he fight Canelo, I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna win or lose, but I definitely be going for Crawford. I think if anybody can pull it off, he can pull it off. He's chasing greatness, so why not? Canelo came up to 175 and all that, and fought Kovalev and fought the other guy too. So I mean, if he can do it, and he started at 147. So I mean, if he's doing it, why can't Crawford do it?
So recently, Errol Spence just backed Terence Crawford to beat Canelo Alvarez in the upcoming fight September 13th. And now you got a whole lot of people making a whole lot of noise about it, which is crazy because if y'all remember, Errol Spence, he's been calling out Canelo Alvarez for years. Remember when Canelo Alvarez was still at 160, Errol was saying that he'll move up to 160 just to fight Canelo Alvarez. I guess because he's seen something in Canelo that he can exploit. And being as though that Terence beat the shot at Errol Spence last year, I guess he felt like he can do the same thing to him too.
Boxing legend Bernard Hopkins reflected on the savage beating Crawford handed Spence in their previous meeting, likening it to 3 fights in one night for Spence and saying the punishment was so severe it essentially took 4 fights out of him. Hopkins, speaking from decades of personal experience, warned that such damage often robs a fighter of valuable prime years, even if the physical effects aren't immediately obvious. He suggested that the aftershocks of that war could subtly but permanently alter the trajectory of Spence's career.
Terence "Bud" Crawford is aiming for a Canelo Alvarez clash at 168 to become undisputed for a 3rd time in a 3rd weight division, something that has never been done. They're talking about Canelo Alvarez's 2 fights this year in May and September is going to be potentially versus Jamal Charlo and Terence Crawford in September on the back end. You know, for Canelo, of course, we want to see him fight David Benavidez, David Morrell. Dig what I'm saying? But so I know, you know, this might not be what y'all want to see from Canelo, but for Terence Crawford, I like the idea. It looks like Errol Spence is gonna do other things as opposed to fighting Terence Crawford in a rematch. So Terence Crawford in the gym right now, getting ready, staying prepared. And I would like to see him challenge himself versus Canelo. He done did everything else in the sport. And I mean,
Shakur Stevenson is unfiltered in his prediction for this colossal showdown. He firmly believes Crawford has the tools not only to beat Canelo but to possibly stop him inside the distance. Stevenson has long championed Crawford's superior ring IQ, elusive southpaw movement, and deceptive punching power, making it clear that in his view, Canelo is facing the more complete fighter. His words carried conviction, "Bud's going to cook Canelo," hinting at the real possibility of a knockout. For Stevenson, Crawford's adaptability and refined technique could transform what many see as a near-impossible task into a career-defining upset.
Crawford. I believe Crawford, even though, fought twice, throughout the year, Crawford, was...
But look who he beat.
Undisputed.
Look who he beat. Look who he beat. What he did to Spence and how he did it. That's 3 fights to me. And it took 4 fights out of Spence, right? Yeah, I'm a fighter, so I can tell you when you get punished like that.
Yeah, I was there ringside watching the fight.
It takes a few years out of you. Don't see the years right now, but it sort of takes something out of that person going forward. They still can beat some fights, but it really put a bruise on them. You ain't seen Spence fight yet, did you?
No.
Did you hear him name opponent for him to potentially fight? It's been quiet.
Renowned martial artist and actor Michael Jai White, famous for portraying Mike Tyson in HBO's acclaimed biopic, is placing his bet firmly on Crawford. Dismissing the idea that Canelo is the obvious favorite, White drew parallels to the Mayweather-Canelo fight, arguing that Crawford's speed, unpredictability, and strategic sharpness give him a similar advantage to what Mayweather enjoyed. He praised Crawford's agility and mastery of ring control, envisioning a fight where Bud outpoints Canelo over 12 rounds, even against a much-improved version of the Mexican star.
I think he's gonna cook him. I think, Canelo a hell of a fighter, but I think Bud just got all the tools to beat him.
You don't think the weight difference is gonna be too big of an advantage?
I think y'all make that something, in certain fights,
boxing makes it something, not us.
like if this was like a Benavidez, he's actually a lot bigger than Bud, so that would apply. But I feel like with Canelo, he's physically kind of big, but height-wise, he's kind of small. So I don't think so, no.
Corey, how you got a decision to stop this? Because Brandon and Boozy think that Bud actually might stop it.
Me and Boozy talked about that. That's crazy. Me and him got on the phone and talked about it, but I think that's possible. I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but I think it's a possibility if Canelo gets to acting out of line and not understanding that Bud could crack too. So.
Former champion Antonio Tarver also weighed in, offering a strategic breakdown. He's confident Crawford has the boxing skill to win, but stressed that the defining factor will be whether he can handle Canelo's formidable punching power at 168 pounds. Tarver acknowledged that moving up comes with real dangers. Super middleweights hit with a different kind of force. If Crawford can absorb those shots and remain composed, Tarver believes his superior speed, accuracy, and fight IQ could carry him to one of the biggest upsets in recent boxing history.
Canelo versus Terence Crawford.
Yes.
Do you feel that Canelo's going to win?
No.
Really?
No.
So you would put your money on Crawford?
Yes.
You'd make money. Just put that out there.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think Crawford's going to beat him?
Because Crawford could find people to fight like Canelo, who is amazing. Canelo has he evolved. I saw how he evolved defensively and everything. I just don't think he's as fast as Crawford. And I think Crawford is just a little step ahead as far as movement is concerned. And so I think it's going to be Mayweather Canelo Part 2. That's what I think. Crawford ain't gonna knock him out, but I don't know if Canelo's gonna land very solidly on Crawford. Canelo's way better now, but I still think there's an edge. It won't necessarily be exactly like that, but I think he'll edge him out point-wise. All you need is that little bit of an edge, and I think Crawford has that.
On the other side of the debate, Israel Madrimov, who faced Crawford in 2024, was brutally candid about the upcoming matchup. He stressed that stepping into Canelo's weight class is an entirely different reality. In Madrimov's opinion, Canelo wins, most likely by decision, due to the size and strength advantages at 168 pounds. While he acknowledged Crawford's intelligence, skill, and experience, Madrimov emphasized that the physical gap favors Canelo. In his view, if the bout were fought at a lighter weight, Crawford might edge it, but at super middleweight, Canelo holds the advantage.
Terence got to be Terence, bro. He's a real deep thinker. He processed fights like nobody else. And he's processed this Canelo fight. He's seen it. He went through it 2 or 3 times already. He knows how this ends. You can tell the way he shadow boxes. He visualizing Canelo being right there in front of him. You understand? Look at the movement. That's all you got to do. Look at the movement. And that's the type of master boxer that Canelo is going to be facing. And the only thing I say is Canelo hasn't faced an opponent like this in a long time. You know what I mean? I think Canelo's going to have to go back to the Caleb Plant fight and look that good, that active, that, you feel me, moving with that type of grace to beat Terence Crawford. Because weight ain't going to make the difference. It ain't going to be the weight. It's going to be the skill set.
Former world champion Amir Khan, one of the few men to share the ring with both fighters, has no hesitation in predicting a clear win for Crawford. Khan praised Bud's blend of pinpoint accuracy, masterful footwork, elite boxing IQ, and slick defensive movement, stressing that Crawford is far harder to hit cleanly than Canelo ever was in his own fights.
If 12 rounds, Crawford win, I think.
Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, what do you think about that fight if they did fight? Looks like it's up for September.
Good fight. You know, if 168 pounds, I think it's Canelo, but it's Canelo better technique because 50-50. If 12 rounds, Crawford win, I think. If knockout, it's Canelo.
What makes Crawford so difficult to fight against?
He has power, smart, in more practical.
He has more experience. He's very experienced.
Acknowledging Canelo's destructive punching power, Khan reminded fans that Crawford can crack too, and timing will be a key factor. He noted that Canelo is no longer the same fighter he was in 2016, and if Crawford can neutralize Canelo's biggest shots, he has the tools to win convincingly. For Khan, the outcome is simple: avoid Canelo's bombs, and Crawford walks away with the victory.
I think that Crawford could beat him, because Crawford is a big 147 fighter and is strong as well, which a lot of people don't give him the credit for. I think that fight, if it does happen, as long as Crawford stays away and just boxes and be smart, he can win that fight. I think Crawford's a better fighter than Charlo, and he's a smart fighter as well. He switches and everything, so that would be a very good fight.
I fought them both. Like, what are the differences between them?
Canelo's strong and he's easily hit. Very easily hit, very easily. Compared to when I fought against Crawford, I couldn't hit clean. They both hit hard because, and you could see the strength when I was fighting against Crawford. He is very strong as well. So look, yeah, but why does he need to give that much away? He's pound for pound #1 in the world. Why does he have to go for a fight?
Popular commentator Joe Rogan has also thrown his support behind Crawford. Despite recognizing the legitimate concerns about size and power differences, Rogan called Crawford the best switch hitter in the sport, praising his ability to fluidly transition between southpaw and orthodox while maintaining elite tactical awareness. His only hesitation lies in whether Crawford's natural size will be enough to withstand Canelo's thudding punches, noting that Canelo hits really hard.
Canelo, is it so substantially bigger than all the other fights?
It was like ×4.
Fucking hell. Yeah.
×3, 4, yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
Crazy money.
He's such a draw,
so
isn't
when that deal was put to me, and I was like, it was about like 11 M.
Oh, wow. I didn't even want to talk to them.
11, 12, call it.
We appreciate that for the second.
Absolutely, yeah.
11, 12 million, yeah. So when you look at that, you think, if I had to look at it this way, if I had to fight, I have to fight Danny Garcia, Kotelnik, Zab Judah, Peterson, and maybe like a Greco 5-5.
All to make that much dough.
No, I think, and that's not it's not the fight that's hard. It's the training camps.
Yeah.
So when you get an opportunity like that, you're gonna take it because you know that it's only one fight. Whereas instead of you taking 5 fights, now Canelo knocked me out, fine. Not me with one shot. You know what I mean? But you probably take more damage in.
Legendary trainer Teddy Atlas is firm in his belief that Crawford will beat Canelo. In Atlas's eyes, Crawford's experience against top-level opposition at 147 and 154 pounds has refined his craft, and moving up to 168 will showcase an even more dangerous version of him. He likened Crawford's adaptability, speed, and ring intelligence to Sugar Ray Leonard, boldly declaring Bud to be the more special fighter of the two.
I think is really interesting, the Crawford-Canelo fight.
Beyond interesting. Fascinating.
Because how does Crawford compete with that size? Crawford's leapfrogging. He goes to super middleweight.
47 to 54 and now to 68.
And the Madrimov fight in 54 is a difficult fight.
Yeah. So who do you like in Canelo versus Crawford?
Well, I'm a giant Crawford fan because I think he's the best switch hitter since Marvin Hagler. I also think he's one of those guys that if you tell him he can't do something, he wants to show you and shock you.
1000%.
I also think Canelo is slowing down, and Canelo is more of a one-punch fighter now than the combination fighter he was when he was.
Oscar de la Hoya offered a more cautious perspective. While acknowledging Crawford's ambition and technical brilliance, he questioned whether the Nebraska native has the power and endurance to handle Canelo's sustained pressure beyond the midway point of the fight. De la Hoya also criticized the promotional build-up, calling the staged moments, like casual dinner shots and choreographed shoves, fake drama that disrespects fans who deserve authentic intensity, not manufactured storylines.
He's a little overrated.
Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds.
Canelo's really good. Really good. But I think Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants, but you have that or you don't have that ingredient. I think he has it. Canelo's really good. He's tremendous. But could he be a tiny bit overrated? The greatness is within Crawford. It's in his desire, it's in his mind, it's in his makeup, where he came from. I know he's moving up in weight class, can he carry it? You know, but those intangibles, I believe that he has them.
Because you have Crawford jumping up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo, who's a natural light heavyweight. Crawford, who couldn't push back Madrimov. Life and death with Madrimov. What do you think Canelo's gonna do to him? Run him out of the ring. You know what's laughable also? Dana White being named the promoter of this fight, considering he's never been in the boxing space. Has no stable of boxers. He didn't negotiate. And is being handed this fight on a silver platter and called promoter. He's the trust fund baby of boxing. That's it. The trust fund baby of boxing. And get this, the fight will take place during the day on September 13th in Las Vegas. During the day. So Canelo will fight during the day on Netflix just to accommodate UFC Noche later that evening on a different network. So does that mean this fight isn't important? Do they not give a about the fans or viewership? Why is it that Canelo has to fight during the day on Mexican Independence Weekend? And UFC with a roster of names I've never heard of is going on prime time. Cinco de Mayo. He's fighting in Riyadh and now he's fighting during the day on the biggest weekend in boxing. Yeah, Canelo will fight anywhere. Anytime he's told because he doesn't give a all he cares is about the money. Doesn't give a fans.
IBF welterweight champion Jaron Boots believes Crawford is walking a dangerous path by jumping straight to 168 pounds. He advised that Crawford should first test himself against bigger fighters at 160 pounds before tackling someone of Canelo's size and power. Ennis pointed out that Canelo has been dismantling much larger opponents for years, and urged Crawford to approach the fight with patience and preparation. Meanwhile, Canelo's own preparation has reached a frightening level. Recent training footage revealed a chiseled, fight-ready physique, the product of brutal early morning roadwork, explosive strength sessions, core torture circuits, and hard sparring with Olympic standout Darrell Vallant. Those close to him describe a level of intensity that has even his own team stunned.
I think you gotta lean more towards Canelo, because like I said before, he been putting big guys out and down, and Canelo not even really a 68 pounder. He probably really should be at 60 maybe, and he been hurting these guys. I think he be dropping these guys and things like that. So, and them guys be way bigger than him come fight night. I know that for sure. They be probably close to 200 pounds, and he dropping those guys like that. So, I don't know. You know, it's gonna be a great fight. You know, the fans want to see it. So, you know, so be it. I think Crawford should take a warm-up fight. You know, at like 60, or like at least at 60, just to get his body, you know, the feeling of somebody a little bit bigger, you know, and things like that. You know, I know when you go up in weight, you gotta, you know, develop that power and not develop the power, but like put that muscle on and be heavier and things like that. So he might not want to take a fight because he's trying to build up right now. But I think he should, just to stay sharp, and that way he don't have like a long layoff. Right?
Fan reaction remains deeply divided. Many are still unimpressed with Canelo's last outing against William Skull, which they labeled as one of the most uneventful fights in recent memory. Others question whether Crawford's bulked-up physique at 168 will slow him down and blunt his reflexes. Social media is buzzing with both skepticism and excitement, with some mocking the hype through memes and others debating whether Canelo's raw power or Crawford's agility will win the day.
Canelo is so predictable, dude. You know a hook is coming. You know when the right hand is coming. You know he's going down to the body. He gives it away. There's a tail with him. It really is. And it's usually off the high guard. He comes in, he marches forward, then boom. Crawford's going to be able to see all of that. He's too knowledgeable inside the ring. His IQ is too high. If he can avoid the shots, avoid the big bum, and not get knocked out, he can outbox Canelo. It doesn't matter. He don't have to knock him out. He can outbox him, outpoint him. So, that's my opinion, bro. That's what I think.
And now the question turns to you. Where do you stand on Errol Spence Jr.'s take? Do you believe Crawford has the strength, skill, and endurance to dethrone Canelo Alvarez? The date is set, the anticipation is boiling. Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more exciting videos, make sure to hit the bell icon and stay updated. Subscribe to Boxing Hub now for all the latest in boxing.